Loyal sub base, we always on the grind, he always shows his face and I never show mine. Overly ecstatic with the homie Sinumatic, spinning so sporadic for his raps, I am an addict. Yeah. What's up, Sinumatic? Today we're doing a dual com with this guy Sinumatic. He's a rapper. If you guys don't know him, he does a lot of vlogs, he does gameplay commentaries, and he did a song that personally was one of my favorites for the longest time, the commentator rap. So if you haven't seen him, check out his channel. But anyway, what's up, Sinumatic? How are you doing today?
I am doing pretty good, actually. I was just working on some music earlier.
Perfect. Well, today, guys, just so you know, first off, let me see what the time is. All right, we're going to be watching 8 minutes of zombie gameplay. So, you know, that's rare for the channel. And we're going to be talking about growing your channel on YouTube and, you know, the ups and downs of starting this late in the game or this early, however you want to consider it. So, Sinumatic is always big on talking about that stuff, and he's got a lot of insight to that. So, we're going to get started here in just a second. Do you have anything you want to say before we start getting into it, Cinny?
No, sir. You can just, anything you want to discuss, we can talk about.
All right. Perfect. Let me see something real quick. That's 29 minutes, so that's at 37 minutes. Perfect. All right. Here's what we're going to talk about, guys. Growing your channel and why it's a little bit difficult now to start off, because I know that for me, it's pretty hard, to get new subs, new followers, and stuff like that. I know it, even though some guys look at me and they're like, oh, 6,000 subs, you know, you must be doing good. What can I do to get to your level? It's a lot harder now, guys, than it was before. And Sinumatic is a prime example of this, in my opinion, because he's got 14,000 subs, and yet there's a lot of times when he just doesn't get the views to match the sub count. Am I right?
Correct. And that's for a bunch of different reasons. To start off, when it comes to growing your channel, one of the biggest things that people don't look at is, you know, a few years ago when gaming was still fresh, we'll say there was maybe 30 or 40 guys. I'd say about 2009, 2008, there were only 30, 40, 50 guys that were known, heard of, and there was maybe a couple hundred people trying to do this. As the years have went by, it has moved up from a couple hundred to, I would say, possibly even up to the 100,000 level, of the amount of people trying to do gaming commentaries. I would not be surprised if they did a tally on all the gameplay commentary channels and didn't come up with 100,000 or more. So it's the same with any other thing that you do. The more people that try to do it, the harder it gets.
Yeah, no, I agree. Definitely, it's so oversaturated, and you hear people talking about that all the time. And one thing that I did want to talk about is that I always get messages from a lot of people, a lot of commentators, some that aren't even subscribed to me, and Sinumatic and I were just talking about this before the dual com. We didn't really warm up or anything, we just had a little talk, so this is all off the top of the dome. But I always get messages saying, oh, can you help me out, you know, YouTube's a really hard place to grow and it's just really difficult, and I'll help a lot of these people out. I'll go like the videos, maybe I'll tweet it out if it's good. But a lot of times I'll go to the channel and the person will only have 2 or 3 videos up and they're complaining about it's hard to grow on YouTube when they haven't even really stepped their foot in the door to even try to grow on YouTube. You know what I mean? And I just don't understand why people feel like they deserve stuff that they haven't earned, you know?
Yeah, I used to randomly, you know, try to help people and just give people shout outs and stuff, not even that long ago, maybe 6 to 8 months ago. And one thing that I ended up telling people is, if you don't have 40 videos up, don't even contact me. I don't care how many subs you have.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you know, hey, if you got 200 subs and 40 videos, I'll give you a shout out. But at the same time, like I tell people, if you do have 40 videos, that shows me that you're putting an effort into it. And the way I was doing it was, I didn't give a shit how good your content was. I don't judge people's content, because what I think is pure shit, someone else might think is the greatest thing in the world. So that was my standard. If you didn't have 40 videos up, I wasn't going to help you, just for the fact that, to me, I could do 40 videos in 1 week if I really wanted to, with the type of content that I do. And, you know, you have a channel for 6 months, you have 5 videos up, I don't consider that you're trying to go anywhere or get anything. You can't. This is another big problem with YouTube. Unfortunately, gameplay commentary usually dies within a couple days to a week. But when you're doing YouTube, you can't say, oh, I'm going to only do a video when the other video gets X amount of views, because it doesn't work like that all the time. And, you know, you basically just got to say, hey, I'm going to put out whatever content I get. I don't hold back content usually. 90% of the time, if I do a commentary, it'll go up that day or the next day, depending on how many uploads I've had for that day. Because I just don't like to keep content sitting there because it becomes stale on top of that.
Yeah, and it makes it not fun. For me, I know, it makes it, like, when I want to do a video, like, for a while I was trying to do a scheduled thing, and it made it no fun for me because I was like, oh, I got to do a video today, but I can't do one right now when I want to. And I didn't like that aspect very much.
Right, and another thing, talking about growing your channel, when people contact you about helping, you helping them out, like I said, I try to help some people out. I kind of cut back on that, but I have a long list of dedicated subs that have been watching my videos forever that I know still watch my videos. They always comment on them, leave likes and stuff, that have tried to make YouTube channels, and I try to help them out whenever possible because, I know them. I'm familiar with them. But when you look at it in reality, I rap and everything, and I make music. But it's kind of like this. When people ask you for free shout-outs, sub for sub, box for box, and then say, I should help them out because I should be giving back to the community and all that. I tell them, like, my whole outlook on this now is, okay, I rap. Does that mean that Jay-Z should be hooking me up, or Eminem, or did anybody even listen to my demo? Like, they're not expected to do anything. Mm-hmm. That would be more like an honor if they did. But
yeah.
At the end of the day, just because I rap does not mean that other rappers should owe me anything. Like, even to listen to my stuff, they don't have to do anything. Like, so if they do, it would be an honor. But if they don't, then oh well, I just have to move on. I can't hold that against people. Some people hold that against people. Hey, can you shout me out? No, they stop watching your videos.
Yeah, no, that happens so much. And the video's only got about a minute left, I believe. So, not to cut you off, but I did want to say a few more things just real quick. I feel like at the level that we're at, it's really hard to get people to help each other out, shout out for shout out, or anything like that. If you guys both believe each other has good content, then I think that you guys should shout each other out. That's how I feel about stuff, and I feel like at this level it doesn't happen that often, and I really think that it should. About 30 seconds here, so if you have any closing statements, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, I agree. If you're friends with someone, there should be it shouldn't even be like a shout out. Dual comms, things like that should be done, for fun mostly. So if you have someone that you feel like that your content and their content's similar and you talk to each other, there's nothing wrong with doing things like that.
Yeah, I agree completely, man. All right, guys, the dual comm is coming to an end here right now. So just so you guys know, I've been subscribed to Sinumatic for over a year. You guys should definitely go check him out. He's got a lot of stuff, gameplay commentaries, raps, vlogs, news, stuff like that. He really deserves it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the dual comm. I think this went over by just a little bit, but I'll add in a picture here if it did. Anyway, you guys, that's all from me. I am over and out.